No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Wanna guess how I gonna lose stress.
Now, as a part of Generation Z, or Gen Z as we all know it, I'm lost. And most of the people that I know from Gen Z seem to be lost as well. Everywhere I go, whether it's offline, online, younger generations are constantly looking out for someone to tell them that it's going to be better. I mean, just look at the rise in self help content in the past few years. While some are good, most of these books usually repeat the same things over and over again. Well, like any other Gen Z person, I also went on that journey, did everything I could to get myself out of that rut, and yet I feel this impending doom always lurking in the corner. Now, there are many reasons as to why Gen Z is feeling this way, but I got down to a few important ones. So let's get right into it. So, the first one is Gen Z is overly entertained, or should I say, highly distracted. I mean, just look at how many apps we have on our phones, and at least four of them are social media. From the moment we open our eyes in the morning to the moment we close them to sleep, we are constantly watching something. I mean, if you close one app, there's another one right on your home page for you to open. This constant overload of stimulation and information makes us feel numb. This isn't some new information that we all didn't know. Just look at how many people are on YouTube telling you that it's bad. But we still do it because we can't miss out on every stupid thing that's going on in the world, right? I mean, not only social media, just how many streaming platforms do we have? Binge watching constantly till we feel numb is pretty common thing. Now this leads me to the next thing. Gen Z just overall has a pretty bad lifestyle. I mean, the lifestyle choices we make, I don't even know where to begin with them. The way we just begin our days by looking at phones, and sometimes we spend hours on bed looking at the phone before we even brush our teeth. What we don't realize when we spend our money on 10,000 skincare products or following every trend and buying everything that's shown in those trends is that we are just feeding these capitalistic elites and companies, and it doesn't matter if we are rich, middle class, poor, we are all chasing the same things like beauty, fame, money, luxury. We as a society have become so superficial. I mean, I can't wear the same thing again. I have to pose for a picture each time I wear something new because obviously Instagram needs to see my new clothes. This whole mentality is outright just bad. Not only for the person who is like this, but for also the people who follow that person. I can't remember the last time we sat down and appreciated the things we have in our life instead of moaning, crying, wishing for the things we don't have. I've seen people saying that 2016 was the last time the world felt real. And I agree with that too because back then we still had all these things, but they were still in their initial stages and nothing to cover our daily lives, at least not to this extent. Speaking of things that no longer feel real, Gen Z relationships. Well, they suck. I mean, I would know as a person in the same dating pool. I mean, what in the world is happening here? Not a single person in my own friend group or even acquaintances are in one good relationship. Everybody seemed toxic. Everybody seemed to have some kind of issues. Some are cheating, some are scared to commit, some act like they're okay being single, but they actually aren't. The worst of all things, situationships. So, if you don't know what situationships are, is the kind of relationship where two people like each other but they don't commit to each other. but they do everything that people in relationships usually do. What generally happens in this kind of situations is one of the two gets badly hurt because they like the other person more, and it's just traumatizing to see this person they like doing everything but not wanting to commit. Yeah, it's pretty bad. If this is on one hand, on the other hand, men and women are totally disconnected from each other. And also with the real world. They are just living in their own little bubbles created by algorithms. Especially young, impressionable men who have low self esteem and low confidence, or incels as they call them. These people are constantly targeted with red pill content. And I must say that one bald guy who brags about his Bugatti, yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, he fucked an entire generation of young men. Men, if you're watching this, let me tell you one thing, and that is that none of these things that this man is preaching will ever land you a woman. You know what will land you a woman though? Working on yourself, learning how to act with women, going out and actually meeting women, communicating with them. Yeah, this would actually land you a woman. Anyway, the main point here is that all of this is just dividing the people even more. And studies actually show that there is a significant rise in the young male virgins. And I think that us dragging ourselves into these dichotomies is not gonna help us. No one is gonna end up being satisfied with this, and us being the new generation who are becoming adults or already adults, if we are as divided in our views, how do you think this world is gonna end up? Yeah, let me answer that for you. Not good. So, yes, we need to wake up and start developing skills that are actually required in the real world. And if we do not think about ourselves now, it's going to be too late. So, yeah, that's it for today's video. Um, if you do like this video, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching the video, and bye.